All right, what's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you back to another Real Talk video. I pray you're all doing well as we give the Most High Yah all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. My title of this video says The Power of Words. The Power of Words. And I want to talk about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for a moment in this video. This is actually a response back to you Missing in Action 31. On the older video I done about the civil rights movement. There is so much power in what you believe in. And when you stay strong with it, stand strong, and you know what you believe in, and you convince others, you're going to be hated by this world. You're going to be hated because your words are just that powerful. The book of James talks about the tongue, taming the tongue. It teaches you how the tongue is a fire. The power of the tongue. There is death and life in the power of the tongue. When you are a strong leader with a powerful tongue, a powerful belief, this world system can't stand it once again. Now, a lot of people misunderstand me when I talk about Martin Luther King. They only hear certain things and they think I'm down talking him, or like I never cared about what he done. And they like I say, they misunderstand what I'm saying. When I was a little boy coming up, middle school, I had to do a long assignment on Martin Luther King. And I also had to do one on Malcolm X. And then we had to do a play. I played Dr. King, and my little brother played Malcolm X. He was X, and I was the non-violent, if you know what I'm saying. But when I was doing my reports as a young man, I had prejudiced teachers who taught us black history. Of course, they was white, teaching us black history, history. Now, the main thing, I'm just doing this little outline before I get started. The main thing why people can't stand what I say when I say this about Martin Luther King, because I always say if Martin Luther King was here today, he would be angry, he would be pissed off, and he would have to go to sleep and have another dream, because we have moved away from so much. We have, especially as our people, we have gotten more and more into it, with each other than coming together. But then I believe if he was here, he would also be happy because he would see that white kid playing with that black kid in the playground. The mixed races playing with each other. But when you look at it in the long run, our people and what we have done toward each other, we have grew further apart. We got all these other little protests going on, these Black Lives Matters and stuff, but they got different agendas also. You see what's going on. But not to jump off into that. Now, I'm going to say this. When you study, because I've been studying a long time, like I said, I had to do a whole lot of research on the FBI, what really happened with Martin Luther King. When you study, most of y'all that's older than me, y'all lived it back then, or you was there. Your parents was there involved in it. Martin Luther King was known as the most dangerous black man in America. Catch this. Some of y'all already know where I'm going with this. He was known as the most dangerous black man in America. How was that? With JT, this man wasn't violent. He even said non-violent. He was still considered the most dangerous black man in America. He didn't tote no guns. Why was he so dangerous? Why was he such a threat? Why did they want him killed? Silence him? Because the words he spoke. That's how powerful the words was. The words he spoke was like a machine gun going off. The words he spoke was like an AK-47. The words he spoke was like a missile getting ready to hit somebody tough. He was the most dangerous black man on earth because of what he believed in, what he stood for. And the FBI knew this. Nonviolent protesting, still considered the most dangerous black man in America because he believed in the power and belief that he had to change the nation. The white people back then, they didn't like that. Some still don't like it now. His words cut deeply. That made him a threat to the satanic system. How can one man bring that many people together? How did he have such an effect on people? His words, his actions. He always said, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. He said, I'm going to try my best to get you to the promised land, even if I don't make it. He died at, I think, 39 years old. But to you who emailed me, I'm answering your questions in this video. What do I think happened as I'm explaining? When you got that many people following you, okay, and they already can't stand you. Let's get all the way real. J. Edgar Hoover, he had it out for King. He was the director of the FBI. What was that, from 1935 to 72? He was the director. And he saw what King was doing. Because back then, they wanted it to be about only white America. Look at how it was. No colors allowed. That show water fountain over there. You better not be caught drinking out that white water fountain. You better go through the back door if you're going to go through that restaurant. You can't go to that same white restroom that white man is going in. The colored restroom is over there. King wanted all that changed. Now you got transgender weight restrooms. You don't know what you're looking at nowadays. But he wanted the nation changed. So this man, being that powerful, they had to come up with something. Now, you're going to hear a lot of different things about this because you're going to hear this part right here. A lot of people are going to argue back and forth about that he was set up. Or you're going to hear people say that he was with the feds, FBI, excuse me. The question is, what do you believe? I know none of us was there. You know, none of us was there. But let me get back on point. They knew he was so powerful. They said, we got to come up with a way to stop him. So when he was in the hotels, they would tap his phones. He was being followed. So they came up with something to try to really take him out. If somebody is claiming Christianity and a strong leader, then what better way to destroy them than to come up with something like what? Affairs, adultery. That's what happened. I don't know if it's true or not. I wasn't there. So much stuff that been spread over the internet, lies and whatever. What I'm saying is you're gonna believe what you want to believe. You're gonna believe what you want to believe. But what I'm saying is this is what they started doing. This is all facts what I'm speaking here. To keep him quiet, they try to destroy him. So they start coming up with all these. He's a monster, even a rapist. He had so many affairs. They say they got proof. So they start watching them even close, Brother P.P. Jones. They start looking at who is going in and out his room. See, even back then, they was following him. You didn't need all that high technology like nowadays to keep up with him. It wasn't hard. The man wasn't going to too many places when he was on the job getting ready to speak or whatever. I mean, you look at the Lorraine Hotel, but they start watching who going in and out his room. So they called him a hypocrite. They say he preached one thing and he would do another. He's supposed to be a pastor or this and that, and he can't keep his thing in his pants. This is what they start saying. And it didn't matter how many times they tried to destroy King with those affairs. How many times they tried to expose him. Coretta stood right there beside him. J. Edgar Hoover couldn't stand that. William Sullivan couldn't either at the time. So they started sending these recordings. I remember this when I was young. I remember studying all this stuff. They put all these recordings together, and then they sent the letter to Coretta, trying to expose him cheating on her. Like I say, whether it was true or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. Did they really have proof? I don't know. I wasn't there. But I know one thing: they couldn't find no other way to bring him down. Because you think about that, especially in our race of people, somebody that's in that position and got all that many people following them. When a pastor falls, when a leader falls in the black community, black race, so many people will stop following them. Think about that. Because I hate to say it like this, a lot of times in my race of people, we tend to put man real high on a pedestal, like they can't do wrong. I'm not saying King did all that. Like I said, I wasn't there. But they wanted him to get so miserable, so angry, so mad that he would take his own life. They wanted King, not only his reputation to be ruined, they wanted him dead. And out of all that exposing they done, he made them even madder because why? He still won the Nobel Peace Prize. So everything that they tried that way, it didn't work. But then we saw what was happening. We saw what happened. At the Lorraine Hotel, he was shot, standing on the balcony, where my beautiful wife is from, Memphis, Tennessee. Shot on the balcony, and an hour later, they said he was dead. So here come your fall guy, James Ray. James Earl Ray. Who was he really? Because even to this day, Martin Luther King's family never believed that James Earl Ray was the killer. They do believe he took the fall, he was in on it. But then to this day, they still didn't really believe that James Earl Ray killed Martin Luther King Jr. So as I close, words, once again, are so powerful. You can speak blessings. You can speak curses in your life. You got the ability to even speak healing in your life with the power of the tongue. You speak negative or positive in your life. It's a whole lot more I can say in this video, but I'm going to get on out of here. But I will end like this. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Even with the Bible tells you how strong words are. Even the Bible itself is sharper than any two-edged sword. Any two-edged sword. Our Savior was killed for the truth. The truth will make you free, even if it costs you your life. I hope this video was a blessing to you. You know who you are. Like I said, it was a whole lot more I wanted to say, but I might come back and do a part 2 and kind of tie it in with Malcolm X, you know, and then you wonder why I say what I say about Black History Month. And like I always say to my older people, it's never disrespect when I'm talking about Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or Civil Rights Movement. You have your view on it, and I have my view on it as a younger man, because most of y'all that get mad when I say you just even mention Martin Luther King, y'all 60 and up, you know. But to us, that's the 40s and 50s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But most of my people, they get mad when they don't even listen to what I'm saying. You know, they just here he go again. They gonna see the title and get mad. No, just listen. Like y'all used to tell us, listen. You know, hear me out. You know, don't get mad when I'm bringing up facts of what I've studied, and then you can't really talk and have good without evil. You know, that's why I'm saying in this video, whether he did them affairs or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I tell you this, affairs or no affairs, they still couldn't stop what he done. You know. But then, like I say, you're gonna hear the other part of this side of the story when they say you gonna hear it, or you have already seen it where they said that they believe Martin Luther King was an informant. These are just facts, and some are lies. I'm gonna say it like this: you got facts, then you got lies. I don't know if he was an informant or not. So when I said that back in my old video, just listening to what I say behind it, I don't know because I wasn't there. You know, you gonna always hear the good side of a person, and you gonna hear the bad side of a person. So you take it for what you see it as, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Shalom.